All right, let's just be real for a second. The whole world of finance, it can feel like this dense, scary jungle, right? It's like it's filled with all this complicated jargon that's designed to make your head spin. But what if I told you the key to figuring it all out was way, way simpler than you think? So why is finance so confusing? I mean, it's a question we've all asked ourselves at some point. You hear these terms thrown around: compound interest, asset diversification, and it's so easy to just get lost. It almost feels like you need a PhD just to figure out your own bank statement, doesn't it? Okay, so check this out, because this really puts the problem in a nutshell. On one side, you've got this super standard, super dry definition of a credit card. And on the other side, a much, much simpler way to put it. Monkey want more banana but doesn't have the leaves to pay for them. So monkey use a leaf card. And just like that, the whole idea isn't scary anymore, is it? That simplicity is exactly what we're going to dive into today. So, what if the key to understanding all of this financial chaos was 2D animation, monkeys, and bananas? I know, it sounds a little wild, but this is the brilliant idea we're going to explore. We can actually translate that whole confusing financial jungle into a simple animated world of monkeys, leaves, and, you guessed it, bananas. It just goes to show you, with the right analogy, even the toughest ideas can suddenly make perfect sense. Okay, so before we can start tackling the really big ideas, we've got to learn the language, right? Let's break down the basic rules of this whole monkey and banana world. Here it is. This is basically our Rosetta Stone for the financial jungle. It's super simple. In this world, people, we're the monkeys. Money, that's just leaves. And all the stuff we want to buy, assets, goods, services, that's all bananas. Seriously, this simple little table is the key that's going to unlock everything else for us. All right, let's put this into practice with our first real-world example: credit. It's something pretty much all of us deal with, but let's be honest, the details can get a little fuzzy. In our world, it's just a leaf card. So, when a monkey wants to borrow some leaves, the monkey bank takes a look at their credit score. Think of it like a trust rating. A really high score tells the bank, hey, this is a reliable monkey, they always pay back their leaves. A low score? Well, not so much. And these scores directly translate to the real world. If your score is up over 800, that's considered very, very good. It makes it super easy for Monkey to get a loan for, say, a new vine or a giant pile of bananas. But if you dip below 580, yeah, that's when things start to get a little tricky. And this is where things can get a little dangerous, because credit can be an amazing tool, but it can also be a trap. So, what happens if our monkey doesn't pay back the leaves on time? What if they spend more than they can afford? Well, the answer is a little thing called compound interest. And this is where it gets serious. See, the monkey bank doesn't just slap you with a one-time late fee. Oh no, it charges you extra for every single day you don't pay back those leaves. And that debt just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, literally compounding on itself. Let's just watch how this plays out. Okay, so say a monkey borrows 100 leaves. Seems simple enough, right? A nice, manageable number. But, whoops, they forget to pay it back. So after 1 month, with a pretty standard 2% interest rate, the bank tacks on 2 extra leaves. The total is now 102 leaves. Still doesn't seem too bad, right? But just watch what happens next month. The bank now charges 2% on the new total, the 102 leaves. So that's another 2.04 leaves in interest. Now the debt is 104.04 leaves, and you can see it's starting to pick up speed. That is how a tiny little debt can spiral into a massive problem before you even know it. Okay, so now let's zoom out, because this whole monkey and banana thing isn't just great for personal finance. It can actually help us understand these huge, crazy market forces, like what happens when things go totally bananas. You see, a financial bubble basically has 4 stages. First up is discovery. Some new cool thing appears, like a new type of banana, and everyone thinks it's going to be super valuable. Then comes the mania phase. Every monkey starts buying it, not because they want it, but because they think they can sell it to another monkey for more leaves. That leads to panic, when everyone suddenly realizes, wait a minute, this thing might not be worth that much after all. And finally, the pop. The price crashes as everyone desperately tries to sell. So what's driving that crazy mania phase? Well, it's good old-fashioned FOMO, the fear of missing out.
Monkeys see other monkeys getting rich off these bananas. And even if they have no idea why the price is going up, they jump in anyway. Why? Because they definitely don't want to be the one left behind. It's just pure herd mentality.
And you want to know what throws gasoline on this whole fire? A little thing called leverage. This is when monkeys start borrowing leaves from the bank to buy even more bananas than they can afford. Now, if the price goes up, their profits are absolutely massive. But if that price goes down just a tiny bit, they can lose everything and still owe the bank all those leaves. Leverage is what makes these bubbles get so huge and what makes them pop so hard. Okay, so we've seen how this simple animated analogy can make sense of everything from personal debt to massive market craziness. So now let's wrap this up with a quick survival toolkit. A few key terms to help you navigate your own financial jungle. First up, an asset. Super simple. It's any valuable thing a monkey owns. We're talking banana stocks, a banana house, even that shiny new banana phone. And on the flip side of an asset, you've got a liability. These are just the debts a monkey owes. Think monkey credit card debt or a loan for a new banana car. At the end of the day, the goal is pretty simple. You want more assets, then you have liabilities. And that brings us to maybe the single most important survival strategy of all, diversification. It's basically the idea that a smart monkey doesn't put all his leaves into just bananas. Nope. He also buys some coconuts, some apples, maybe some stock in vines. That way, if the banana market suddenly crashes, he's not wiped out. It's your financial safety net. So what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, it's really two things. First, you now have a solid handle on some really core financial concepts, all thanks to some monkeys and bananas. But second, and maybe even more important, you've seen just how powerful creative communication can be. You've seen how a clever bit of framing and some simple 2D animation can make even the most confusing topics totally understandable. You know, knowledge is one thing, but taking action is what really counts. The jungle should feel a little less scary now, so maybe it's time to look at your own leaf card debt, or maybe you're thinking about how to diversify your own coconuts and apples. Either way, you've got the map. The only question left is, what's the first step you're going to take?